Every week at Business at Breakfast, one of the members gets the opportunity to speak to the group, to share with the group further insights into their business or enlighten the group a little bit more about themselves. The members can use this time to problem solve or seek assistance from the group or advice from the group as a collective. The time is theirs to use however they would like. Today we have the wonderful Lana Burgess from Exceptional Tradie Solutions. Now, who remembers Lana? I can't see everybody on screen, but who remembers Lana when she first started? Like, it's been probably
I do.
now. Yeah, right. And how she explained what it is that she did. Well, things have changed. She's made it so easy that she's kind of become the benchmark for how to say what you've done. But I'll tell you a bit about Lana, right? Lana Burgess lives in Melbourne, Australia, and delivers exceptional phone answering and admin support solutions for tradies and services. So tradies, those in the trades and construction world, like electricians, plumbers, builders, landscapers, right? I must say that because I know that there's some people from America and Canada in with us, and they know that those in construction do a trade services, but they don't understand our Aussie slang of tradie as easily as we do, as it turns out. So she helps those sort of people, those in the trades and construction services, and she helps them focus on what they do best, which is their trade, and ensures that the tradies go home. By doing the admin, she ensures that the tradies go home and spend time with their family, not doing the admin. So basically, Lana's responsible for Netflix and for Stan and for Binge, and think of all those other TV channels that have all these subscribers, because the tradies get to go home and watch a couple of shows with their family rather than sit off in a corner crying because they can't get the admin done. And now, because the tradies get paid, they can afford Netflix and Binge and Stan because they're getting paid, as opposed to sitting in a corner crying about not having any money because they can't get the admin done. So with that, Lana, you have up to 8 minutes, and the wonderful Kathy Weaver, who is our official timekeeper here at Business at Breakfast, is going to put up a timer. If it takes you less than 8 minutes to tell us what you do, that's fine, because we'll just have plenty of questions to ask. But with that, I'll let you take it away.
Perfect. I'm just going to share my screen. Just give me 2 seconds. Thank you. Okay. All right. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity, Misty. So my name's Lana Burgess, and as Misty said, I'm from Exceptional Tradie Solutions, and I am a trades and services admin support specialist. So I look after trades and service businesses, electrical, plumbing, building, cleaning companies, service businesses that need to be on site doing what they do best and not on the admin. So before we get started, I'm just going to go through my story and why I do what I do. So Exceptional Tradie Solutions was born from life experiences I've experienced firsthand with my family. So I grew up in Tasmania, which is the island at the bottom of Australia, for those that don't know. So I'm the daughter of a builder and niece of a plumber, grew up all around tradies. My father was not present in my childhood because the struggles that tradies very commonly find themselves in: work all day on site, then come home and do the admin. And that's what my dad did. He basically went home and disappeared into the office, and we never saw him, which led to my mother having an affair and my family breaking down when I was 9. And basically, that led to, a traumatic train of events in my life that include my mother meeting someone else. Him became violent. I was homeless by the age of 15. In the 15 years since, I have turned my life around. I've moved states, and while it hasn't been without challenges, I'm now passionate about supporting tradies and their families to be present with each other, so other families are less likely to go down the same path mine did. So I can't change the past or my family relationships, but I'm passionate about helping others, and that is what drives me. So by delivering admin solutions to them, we take away all the admin that they go home to, allowing them to spend quality time with their loved ones, and in turn saving families and relationships in the process. And I have saved quite a few marriages as well. So and we believe, our role is not just service providers. We're strategic partners in businesses' success. So this philosophy drives me to go above and beyond in delivering services that make a real difference to our clients. So I'm now going to go over my presentation. So let's face it, tradies are not good at admin. As as they are at the work they're qualified for, and they are not designed to do it. That's where we come in. So tradies very commonly look like this at the end of the day. So they, you know, spend all day inside just to come home and attach themselves to the computer or the phone, calling people back and basically catching up on what they've missed. And a lot of the time they can't get that back because, you know, people that call and want tradies, they're just going to go to the next person. So yeah, and basically they feel burnt out, their personal relationships suffer, breakdown of families happen. That you don't want that. Hang on, my order just went wrong. That's not okay. That's the slide I wanted. For some reason, the order changed on me. So this is what they want to look like. They want to get their precious time back to spend and be present with family. No more late nights and weekends catching up on admin and paperwork. Sorry, my order completely. Okay. So these are the sort of services that we provide. So we've got a phone answering service, we convert inquiries, we do data entry, lead qualifying, we, you know, filter calls. So they're only dealing with what they need to deal with, job scheduling, creating payment of invoices. We do a lot of things. So I'm just going to go through a couple of case studies. So I'll let you look at that. So I've got a couple of case studies that I want to share. So we started working with a business that services and repairs hospitality equipment, such as dishwashers, ovens, glass washers, and the admin and accounts management got so out of control that he had jobs attended to equaling $125,000 that were either not invoiced or not follow up or both. When we jumped in to chase these, clean up and send out the invoices, we were able to get 100,000 in payments with a plan of getting all outstanding cleared and paid, which we eventually did. A common theme when contacting these customers was, thank you, we can finally pay you for your work. Client is super happy and customers are also happy that we're managing the admin and is now an easier job management process from inquiry to booking to payment. That is a common theme in trade businesses, that you know, tradies are too busy to do the invoicing and the quoting and they wonder why they have no money. And then another case study is, before we came into the business, customers were complaining that they could never get through, just even make a booking. The boss was constantly on the phone while on customer sites, leading to jobs taking longer to complete. His team getting frustrated that he couldn't help them when they needed him, and his wife actually likes him now. So that's a plus. So some of the industries we support: electrical, plumbing. So there's a whole list, and I can send this to everyone at the end of the meeting. So that's what we do and how we help. And if you have any questions, please let me know.
Perfect. I'm so pleased that you heard me, even though I was on mute. I'll share your screen. I'll be able to see everybody. You did that beautifully, exactly as I said it from this end. You just couldn't hear me do it. Okay.
My slides had a bit of a meltdown, but that's okay.
That's all right. That's what happens. You know, if only technology was actually the AI in our head. All right. So who has some questions for Lana? Gerald, you've got some, you got your hand up?
Yes, Lana, thank you so much for your presentation. And it reminded me of what you do is very much niche, and you take away from them what they're not good at, which is fantastic, and they can get on. What I noticed that you have follow-up after a quote. What used to amaze me, I'd have a tradie come, they take a note of what we wanted, and then they'd come back, leave a quote, and that would be the end of it. And they were putting so much money on the table and losing it. My question is, what has been your greatest challenge?
Probably. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, I've had quite a few challenges in business. But I guess getting tradies to provide information to us, to trust us, to let go. Tradies are notorious at not letting go of their businesses, so it's quite hard getting them to fill out our questionnaire. Thanks to Misty, I solved that problem the other week. But now I do it with them over the phone. Thanks, Misty. Can't believe I didn't realize that until recently. But yeah, just getting them to do things is a constant challenge in my business.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Gerald. Neville, you got your hand up?
I just wanted to say, Lana, that the contrast with when I first came to Business at Breakfast with your presentation and now is so huge. And I just wanted to encourage you and say that this presentation was very, very evenly paced. You were not rushing through things the way that I remember you were doing when I first met you, and things seem to be going really, really well. So I just wanted to comment and just encourage you with that.
Yes,
Well, you can
been
thank Misty for
amazing.
that one, because she's been coaching me for like a year and a half now. And
But you still have to do it, Lana.
Still has to put her hand up and ask for the help, right?
You've done very well.
I've learnt a lot. And yeah, my confidence has definitely boosted since I started. So
And it shows. It definitely shows.
thank you.
Lana has definitely moved from, think of it like Michael Jordan. I like to think of it like Michael Jordan, right? When Michael Jordan first started basketball, was first picked for the Chicago Bulls, right? He's a young kid. He's about 18 or 20 or something. He gets picked for the Chicago Bulls and he goes out and plays for the season. And at the end of that season, he's asking some of the older guys on the other teams going, how do you stand there and continually get run into every single game and not fall over? So he identified that as one of his big problems, was he kept getting pushed around the court. And one of the guys said, I lift weights. I just made myself heavier by lifting weights. So what he did in the off season is he lifted weights in the off season, and he just practiced standing still while people tried to push him over. And so when he came back the next year, they couldn't knock him down. And by default, he became a better player. So he still went to train, did all the other things, but he didn't concentrate on shooting and dribbling and passing as much as lift weights, get heavier, and not be knocked down. And because he practiced this one little thing, he got really good at it. Then he'd just pick another thing he was going to get really good at. So let's say it was slam dunking. He didn't want anyone to be better than him. So then he just concentrated on what's the technique for that. And then he would do it. It would be, to take the last shot of the game when, there's 2 seconds to go to get the ball and take the last shot. So then he would practice that for a year to make sure that he could always do that. And while he didn't always get the shot in, he said, once it's left my hands, there's nothing I can do, right? He said, but I know I've done it thousands of times before, so by default, it should go in, And I think that's really Lana too in business over the last couple of years, is she's, whatever the areas is she's had difficulty in, but when she's had difficulty, she's sort of gone, oh, I'm having trouble here. And then just discover how to fix that. And then she's really concentrated on that, fixed it pretty fast, and then moved on to, oh, I'm discovering a new problem over here, and then fix that as well. So it's been really neat for us who have seen Lana over the last 2 years come and go. And really, Lana, you've only just been back out of Business at Breakfast really in the last, I'd have to check the dates, but 4 to 6 weeks, I reckon. Because
I had a busy period, and then basically I recruited a bunch of team members, and now they practically run the phone answering service and help with the admin. So I've got some more time back. So that's great.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to hear this again, I'm also presenting this at Be Connected Networking tonight. So I'll
So there you
send the
go,
link.
right? So
A
you know,
little
if
bit
you're
more
gonna
polished
practice-
and the slides working.
if you're going to practice, you may as well practice, right? So she's speaking at another networking event this evening as well. I'm just mindful of time. Lana, thank you so much for being our speaker today.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate the opportunity.
yeah, you're welcome. And thank you, audience, for listening in and being part of the conversation as well.